Good evening. Good evening to everyone throughout the country, Papua New Guinea, all our friends, our citizens, our students, and many of the friends who are following my Facebook page. Thank you very much for joining me here this evening for this session of live chat that we normally do. It's been a few months since we have done this, but I'm hoping that we can be able to continue to do this in the few more years and months to come. But as many issues are popping up in our country over the past few months, I thought it was necessary for us to have a bit of a discussion on some of the key issues that are facing our country. I also extend a warm welcome to many of our students and our friends who are living overseas right throughout the world, who also have been engaging with me on discussion on our Facebook. Warm welcome to you, and I hope you find some of the issues that we will be talking about will be interesting to you. Today we are going to cover a lot of issues, and we may run out of time, and I know that many of you have sent in your questions. I have summarized those questions to highlight the key issues that you have touched with those questions, and I will try my best to answer as many as possible. But as we are covering issues around the vote of no confidence, the state of the economy, law and order issues, and many others that challenges that our country is facing, our people are facing. So there might be some time limitations, and it may be short. But at the end of this session, I urge you to continue to send in some of your questions, and we can be able to answer them when we have a bit of a time and a bit more details coming through. But also I want to commend many of you who have sent in the questions. Very high quality questions, and certainly it is worrying a lot of people in the country, the situation that we are facing as a country today, and those issues have been reflected in the questions that you have posed to me, and I will try my best to answer it. Well, in terms of the cost of living crisis that we have in the country, I want to say this. It is not only caused by inflation. I know that our government is saying inflation is about 5.5, but from our observation and the real challenges and the real issues that we face every time we go shopping, you'll see that prices have doubled or tripled in many of the goods that we are purchasing. So the real inflation rates are much higher than what the government is portraying. And as I've said in previous discussions, you will note that our data collection system in PNG by the government agencies and government itself, it's not reliable. So I have to say that unfortunately the government policy that is framed around this 5.5% inflation rate is a little bit out of touch and not very reflective of the situation that is on the ground. So it is not easy to say that inflation is low, so things are okay in this country. Well, simply they are not okay. PNG has come to very hard times. We have never suffered like this in some of our living memory, when cost of living issues are real facing families, individual families right throughout the country. Prices of goods, particularly food, has gone up. Our wages, I have said this on the floor of Parliament many times, and 3 or 4 times already, but it seems like it's falling on deaf ears in government. They have not even constituted a minimum wages board to review the minimum wages. The last time we had a minimum wages board was when we were in government in 2016, where 3 Kina 50 per hour was the minimum wage rate that we set. Now, that is almost 8, close to 9 years now. I think it is important, and within that 9 years, prices of goods have gone up, and our families cannot afford to keep up with the pressures of providing food and the necessities for their families. So, it is urgent that this government or any other new government that comes in priority must be given to the minimum wages board so that we can lift the minimum wages and the pay package for our people right throughout the country. Inflation is not going to come down, or prices of goods are not going to come down that quickly. So we have to match it by increasing a little bit of wages so that people can afford to have at least 2 or 3 meals a day, and many of their kids are not starving as we see today. I've given this example before. In 2016, the True Kai 10 kg bag was almost 30 Kina per bag, 10 kg bag. Today, it's over 65 Kina. That is more than 100% increase in prices. Now, somebody earning 3 Kina 50 per hour over a fortnight, that means working 2 days, almost 2 days to buy 1 packet of rice in terms of the wages that they are getting. Now, this is not going to, when we have big families, especially our families are not small families, average Papua New Guinean is feeding more than 1 family because of our extended family. So, when we go through packets of rice during the day, I think more and more people are certainly suffering as a result because they can't afford to buy more with the little pay that they are getting. So I think it is important that we find a way to ease the cost of living. Now, many of the issues are related, so we will be talking about how the economy is, performance of the economy is affecting the cost of living crisis that are happening in the country, how it's influencing the issue of inflation. So we will continue to pick up these points as we go along. I want to say also that PNG's employment has shrunk. Even though Marape has been shamelessly going out telling thousands or millions of young people in the country who finish university or finish colleges or technical colleges or nursing colleges who are looking for a job, he said, please ring me, give me a name, and I'll find you a job. This kind of cargo cult leadership needs to stop. We are simply lying to our people. There are no jobs out there. How is it creating new jobs? Because there's been no foreign direct investment in the country under Marape over the last 5 years. Zero. That means when you have zero investment, new investment in the country, you will find that there's no jobs. And that means no new taxpayers or even revenue to the government stops. So, it's just simply lying, and I think, it's 5 years of lying is enough. And of course, when you have a lack of foreign investors coming in, we have a situation where now they are not bringing new currency or new foreign currency coming into the country, which is going to buy Kina and making sure that our Kina remains strong. As a result of lack of currency, our Kina is now starting to depreciate. And IMF and Marape's government, the deliberate policy is to continue to make sure that Kina continues to get devalued. When Kina becomes weaker, you go to the shop, your same 100 Kina or same 10 Kina is going to buy less and less. That's the reality of life that we are facing. But I don't know when the last time Marape went shopping or one of his ministers went shopping, but I can tell you, they are ignorant of the challenges and the situation and the problems that our families are facing. And I think it's a shame that why is there no foreign direct investment in the country? Remember the policies that Marape created when he started government. It's almost like a racist and cargo cult policy that it is. Black, richest Christian nation in the world. I've said this on many occasions, there are other black nations in the world that are very successful because they've got good leaders. And Marape himself is not a good leader, he's an incompetent leader. And his incompetency is displayed to the world. And when you go and have policies changing all the time, you will find that policies are not going to work when you have sort of a cargo cult style of policies that has been put forward. I think Marape's issue is that he just does not know what he's doing. So as a result, he is driving investment away. You will find that many of our big projects that were in the pipeline of getting developed and getting started. Now, none of the banks around the world are willing to put money in these projects. Projects like Papua LNG. Their own banks in France, the French developer who was coming here, their own banks in France said that they are not going to lend money to the project. Why is that? Because they have no confidence that our government is able to hold its hand of the bargain. All not trusting Yumi masawa. Look also, all not trusting Yumi, so let's invest in tribal money law, creating all these massive jobs that our people desperately need. Now, second issue is also, you look project also Wafi. All big gold mine company on him, this lease lopside. So all two go stop. Only let's deal one time Marabe because Marabe work go na. Well, this project no start yet. So then go give him 50 million, 100 million Kina a year go come. That money is coming from taxpayers. And this week alone, I put out a statement saying that many of the departments and schools and hospitals are not getting funded because Marape's focus is now paying the landowners and paying individuals who are going to give him political support. And he is funding political survival. He's not funding the survival of our people. And this is where it is wrong. Taxpayers hard-hand money, they pay tax to government. It's not coming from the mining project. These projects have not started yet. But some of the people are getting money in advance and contracts in advance from government where there's no certainty that the project will get off the ground. So I think it is important that we continue to do that. But also I want to say that these are important things. Government is not funding SME and things. And SME, you saw they said big fanfare about funding 200 or 300 million Kina. Lo trying only working this SME fund. But most of it is going to cronies and wantoks. It's not helping the small men on the ground so that we can be able to do that. And I think it's important that we find a way to try and fix this. I know that Olmani Totoklo Sambla volume, I will try and find a way to increase the volume, but I know there's a bit of technical difficulties, but I think people are hearing me now. So Yumi can try and Lopanim way, yeah? Yumi Totokla, so that there's been no direct new investment in the country and big projects are coming to an end. Unfortunately, PNG is a resource-dependent economy. When all these resources come to a stop, our economy suffers because we have not diversified the economy well enough. Even though we are getting revenues from LNG today, most of these monies have been not spent well. It is going to fund the budget where there are a lot of fraud and stealing going on. It's not going to the people. Individual contractors are getting massive contracts, and half of these monies have been been paid to individuals who are not building the economy but building wealth for themselves. And I think that the government's lack of support for SME is also creating more unemployment in the country. This false policy about helping Papua New Guineans getting off the ground and getting that Toksawels and only by Alibimol families, work and any income, it's just all nonsense. They are doing it deliberately to try and divert funds into people that they know and people who are able to help them stay in power and stabilize their own politics and wealth. The fourth problem that I see in the country is government's big spending. We have now seen a habit of Prime Minister running around the country handing out checks. That is not his job. That job remains with the public servants to follow the budget and spend money according to the budget that is approved by Parliament. But now they're spending money outside what has been approved. Instead of going back to Parliament to get approval, they are going there and saying, putting money not in the beyond, but you go straight in paperwork. This is fraud. This is mismanagement, misappropriation of what has been stated in the budget. And I think that, when we have a look at the details of it and some of the details that I have said, they have underfunded education. Most of the schools are closing down in the country because they don't have enough money to pay for food if they are boarding school. They don't have enough money to run the day schools. If they are day schools where they can't afford to buy materials, school materials, chalks, blackboards, and all these things that are needed to run a school efficiently and educating our kids. So there is talk about now many of the schools closing down even well before the academic year ends because of lack of funds. And some major hospitals like Port Moresby General Hospital, they're not getting regular and consistent funding. And this is not just an example, but it's happening through many of the hospitals right throughout the country. I understand that money allocated for buying drugs has been spent on something else. And no one, including the Prime Minister, no one, including Marape himself, cannot go out there and redirect funding that has been approved in the budget to other areas or other sectors. This is criminal and this is wrong. This is just fraud, and I think it's important that as leaders and as citizens of this country, we must be able to continue to work towards stopping and passing law stealing, only height law stealing money blow people, or stealing money blow government. Time Parliament is approving budget, and Parliament and we talk also you must spend in this sector or this way. One plaman, law blow this country, and law im staban the constitution, or this budget too, law, Parliament passing land so. Planted law, broken law, because all like work him still passing. Now buy more one talk, kind of expenses where unnecessary or developing country or unnecessary or you mean helping more people, but you mean inside the country. Now me saw also, 2019, not a big problem you make out, and amas loan you make out the country. Over the time, Prime Minister, equal one country, and work ask him money law. Okay, the man and work la meet him. And what is la line? Uncle blow you me, one relative blow you me, only know got one blow obligation blow you me. And passing blow same, you go and ask him money, nothing. Mipla masana also one strong blood country where you mean must working business one time all equal standing. Where you may be going ask him money and a loan close to. Now loan blow you mean 2019 time me losing government and me resign. I'm stop law close to some 35% of GDP, 35%. Now only talk about some GDP work lo grow na equal 120 billion, but I'm not true to us. Only work lo German lo put him all German numbers where all like him trying to work him all this ratio come down. So loan through blow you mean time lo first 44 years blow government blow you mean 44 years. And you may got 30 billion, close to 30 billion Kina loan stuff. Today you may offer some 60 million, close to 66 million only. So man will be talking. 4.5 years, 5 years, you may double him size blow loan from the first 44 years of our independence. But this money or similar loan only making one straight. All no billion one blouse, sick, new blouse, and Marape won't go talk. We don't need mismanaging economy and a middle work straight in. Hey, I must house me billion over the country. I must road me billion over the country. I must airport me billion over the country. I must wolf na big wolf number me building here. Marape no got same na walk around and open na I'm talking working. What project you mean starting land one time loan you mix him before land. Na one plan nubla loan or him na working all this loan. Working all this work law straight in infrastructure block country blow you. So ototok lailan sa way this nubla loan me plex him loan land alu working no nubla loan. So plan the app lo country blow you me. Only work lo divert him funds ko lo das la connect PNG tender process all no bian him good. Only work lo give him contract nothing. All give him contract lo family na one talk. Na mi blo worry lo mismanagement na still lo blow this la money. Because all no bian him loan a process lo appoint him all man marry. So me is away also. Country believe me got serious cash flow problem na. Apaste only talk him ogata man who side stop lo superannuation funds lo country believe me lo go na meet him online blog government. Na only talk all same time only auction him also government sa auction him what we plus call him treasury bills lo raising money na by buying bill blog government. That's all almost tupla moon or tripla moon iko now. Plan di blow des lo line dia less lo buying government because only no got confidence. Na mi aran mo say only working one blow auction today na only raising some money lo buying back di now that's all. Raising money lo buying back di now. Now only like forcing all this line to go na buying all this treasury bills because government no got money lo back him di now, yeah. Now only give him now 7% interest rate lo this nubla bill only working land. So they are starting to pay kissing money na borrowing money lo higher rates than all banking work lo give him loan iko. Some loan lo bank na iko 6, 7, 8% lo one business also. Now government lo na borrowing money lo 7%. Sim dina lo 7%. So that's like crisis by continue lo build up yet, the pressure by build up yet. Lo 2024 budget, na 25 budget, 26 budget. Now but you look him interest payments he miss working na back him dinner len and work lo approaching allocation him working lo key sectors like education and health. Na law and order, na justice system, all this is something lo run in country here. And win him allocation lo this la budget. So no can think also this la something lo me play na playing politics no ga. Affect him sindam lo man meri inside lo country. So mi sawe also loan iko bagrab na. Spending block government iko bagrab na. Na currency block yumi work lo devalue yet. Me like talk sawe lo country lo suppose government change first line through by losing country block yumi line lo IMF. All narbla country block yumi all narbla block world only work lo sale modus la money go out lo country block also. But me bla sale multi go. Me bla need him advice block. Time sumari exim government lo 2002 na mixing government lo 2011 ikamin up lo 2019 mi play sa work one time words la kain man also stop lo place lo white man na all stop lo good la life na all stop sleep lo good la house kai good la kai picking lo ligo lo good la school all no sa lo heavy you me current lo place how number you mixing advice lo this la man time sumari stop mi plus stop country ne ko bagara bolsem country bagrab na because leadership belum marap. Narap laman. Narap laman wog le biani mem because tok blen, kusa blen, giaman tok blen wog le winning tintin blow. Suppose all leader true, only tintin lo country. And only can son up strong talk, you wrong. And bagrab man, you give him advice lo leader lo wog him good la passing. That's all leader passing mouse na stab na. Marabe tinggal saya mau kata something mau kata mana hama masuk mungkin natin iko but place iko bagarap okata. So me like talk also Kina bagarap kaman boklo depend lo now superannuation all some business now some bank inside lo country beli lo na buy all dinab lo na bisa also only work lo all this lo local investors too work lo losing confidence losing faith lo government beli. So, also, the only way we can rescue the Kina coming back is to changing policy of the government. You must peg him Kina lo US dollar or Australian dollar. Now give him certainly lo market so that there's certainty. Also, tomorrow price was something by na go on. Now slowly you must throw him Kina go on. Then by taking a few years, but we have to start somewhere. And I think time has come now. Lo you me working this lo work now. You me try lo make him sure or some place lo you missed. Now to plan the money block government. Some lo agency only let more lo keep outside lo country. There's la foreign currency, you mean need him lo country lo strong him Kina. So you must mobilize him this all money. Kara become na pack him tamlo lo central bank or Bank of Papua New Guinea. Na lara mo strong him Kina na you make an there's la backlog of issues. Some all money. Only inaplo buy all importer all importers can buy all bill blow. And lo build up yet. I mean, approximately over 1 billion Kina now, or 1 billion US dollars now. So, I mean, big money. Papua New Guinea government needs to take a proactive. No, God, suppose all work money talk, that's like me wrong, only work lo threaten him all. The rest of all the work now, passing must blow lo this way. So, I mean, no good la passing, you must try him best through lo, you may make him sure also, all this line he work lo, give him stronger advice. Some time only give him advice against lo, you may leaders, you must assess him, look him, talk also, yes, only right, you must give him advice blow. Suppose only wrong too, you must argue one time all strong him, why you may think also only wrong. But plenty blow, you may not got experience lo managing economy, you may not got experience lo managing business, plenty blow, even Maraba Emiat no got experience, and got zero experience lo managing economy blow you may. Suppose you one businessman, but you give him business blow you, lo this la kind man lo running business blow you. And one kind was some country. Emino sawe na long round na call him Bible verse na go something around because emi panim totok na panim pasin na panim policy. So economy blow me bagarap lo this la way. Time economy bagarap no got work stop in solo country. Price block to something go on top. Loan payments work lo go on top. But now na ba you stop him also. Suppose you no got thin loan managing economy problem. Em tasol na you may sawelsen. You may got you may got plenty heavy through inside the country. Me to talk managing country, I mean one place easy plus something. Time you like balance more got the plenty heavy stuff lo country, I mean one place easy plus something. Now plenty time you miss push him tintin a politics program lo sim power taso. But main thing is you must put him some best tintin law or leaders you may put him inside the parliament. Pick him all some best brains law you may kill work one tintin law put him country back on track. Back on track. This country has got a huge potential. But because you got resources, you got rain, sunshine, water, forest, no something, you may think also got something by easy. No God. Life will only continue to get tougher and tougher. So we think also, government, you may too, you must find him well or you may live within our means. Plan the line blue mill or this country. Now only working government also have business blow. Plan the con man run, current paper run, invoice run, lo sanap lo finance department, go establish office lo minister, establish secretary. Now only thing also government easy lo making money so lo wrong way or like working money taso. That's like good la person. You may set him one way inside the country where country but bagarab land you may set him. Where man walk straight man any income blend me proud also at work me work him me and him just la money so me must look at him family and look at him community and look at him country. Easy money, I'm spending pennies, I'm going to pay him some more easy money. Now, marape government enable him this kind passing. Passing where only thing also, easy money, you're going to give him invoice, nothing, give him contract, nothing. Now, come up where also government by look at him, where you come up rich man, a wealthy man. We can talk him, only way you come up rich na wealthy inside the country blue. Hard work. Suppose you hard work, you sweat, you working little money too, but you look at him good. Suppose you hard work, you work, you make him so you good plus hour and this profession good. But you look at him this work good. All man work like easy something, they all not care. And that's like an attitude problem also work him, the country blue go bagara bogara. Not like me to talk, that's like contract or something, and that's like corruption. Even Prime Minister, people ask him question, lo floor, lo parliament also, give him plenty big contract. Hundreds of millions can go all family in a one talk blend. No come na answer him question. And push him aside, na talk also, mibla work him some audit, na mibla checking books, na mibla work him this kind. Na, answer him question where people ask him, conflict of interest, na tintin blow you. Why you sit down and sell all these decisions of working, where country is now paying a huge price. Huge price. Now, misappropriation, there's wastage and misappropriation and mismanagement and corruption is killing the country. Now you go to every department, everywhere, because only looking leader only corrupt, only two go come up corrupt man. Because only look at some leader, Kelo country, all two in Kelo country. So our public service machinery is collapsed. No got one money work. Whether you policeman or you establish defense or you establish public service inside law, one department, and all got one kind of so. Na misa way also. Gupla lo you may develop him this public service structure also. You must stop him this now. Now, plenty man all thing also me play stop him my cake, but me start him government blame me start him my cake na marape last reading that's all him work. We not draft him this law. Government blame me task him David Stephen draft him this law na this law me play clear him law cabinet. I come stop the parliament na marape penisim work. Na Papa there's something so care lo fund him good na work him all this work blow check him okata yimi okata. Time you stop the politics plan the months accusing him of corruption, I'm all right. But there's accusation too, evidence must come up one time. Meeting also, funding all this institution. Now, ombudsman function good. Police force function good. I can't all funding good. Bottom line is this. But you must buy more workman, more government, more good way also in private sectors are working. Now give more one contract, so now put him inside the contract here, talk also. Suppose any evidence of corruption, and you have also na golo kalabus. That name law, no compromise. 5 to 10 year maximum prison. Pay more well so you can talk him more loss and pay. You can good pay. Family blow you stop good way, walk him walk blow you the right way. That's the only way. Suppose all no some people pay all work upon him side money too. So I think it needs a change, big change in our country. Me not think also. Suppose you mean addressing all this issue or systematic way. Lo you mean try lo combating some big we come up and you mean by got big problem. So narpa way to improve the economy of the country, you must open him country go. You must attract him. Time you work in policy. You look in government policy blow special economic zone. Time only start in special economic zone here, start lo one club. History is showing me also will start in China. Now only no go na give him special economic this license here lo one man or one property developer or one company or all no give him lo kind of man kind company. Only give him lo one play area lo only develop him this area past time na testing. One play city is that close to lo Hong Kong. There's a city and it's bigger now than Hong Kong. A city called Shenzhen. Successful this layer and based on you building industry around a special economic zone. Now you will give him nothing. Can con man to work like him this layer. This is a government that's gone crazy. Got justification. Now mean also you give him this exemptions law, tax law, this one man law, buy him law country blow you mean. Well some law blow you mean work law buy him tax yet every day. You go buy him one plus something, you buy him tax. You earn him salary, you buy him tax. You got legally business, you buy him tax. But only give him one plus all cronies law, this exemption, that means 20 or 30 years, PNG government will have no revenue. No got money block government become inside Lord Islaman. Hem uside all money by you give all this kind risks, lucrative deals. Only put him much money inside our country. This kind of policies needs to be done properly. And good idea. But you go and give him some lolly, lol piginini, lo try lo keep him all quiet. Now that's a kind of no good plan. We must attract the right investment that is going to create business opportunity. Lol man very blue me. Now creating employment opportunities. Lol man very blue. Now you got right partnership one time country and all people blow him. Those are big, genuine investments we want. You know, some lakahan con man oli sila na meet lo one hotel room na walking legally deal na bad lo side. Mi play ka din na lo desla line lo katap lo country. Oli kam si mo legally stop lo mi pini oli walk lo walking kan legally deal lo side block. All man blo yumi lo papun ni taso kara mo legam. Yumi na lo blame mo nar man. So yumi mas sawe also and yumi walking na something else also. Narpla way you must improve in law and order inside our country. It's obvious that the breakdown of the law is very serious. Now you have murderers and rapists and all kinds of man who start working some kind passing where even good big man, good lord of ours and to him we talk no can work him land, all work him nothing. Because all is away also no got police or judicial system but catch up law. No God man get arrested for all these big massive massacres that are taking place. Plan the old man Mary believe me die over up. Law Enga or Ella all not blah blah country, some blah land will die every day. That's all police arrest him blah man. Police walk lo sidan na luglu tasol na giaman talk me blah panim evidence na giaman pay compensation law side. Any now systematic breakdown of the law and order inside the country in the judicial system is happening as we speak. So you must throw him law and order and investor now got a man marry but I'm a must. All but feel safety in a security block but guaranteed. Now you may buy him all policeman, all this line of work him good block work, so there must be no corruption in the discharge of their duties. So stream law and order online society now work lo give me information or you may call him all whistleblowers. Government must start lo buy more compensation. You must put him limit law this la compensation. You carry information you come lo government lo you may got evidence for corruption or steal or one lo money working wrong, abuse him, privilege blend, position blend. You must give him some opportunity lo compensate him lo this la work so him can feel him security. Time may lose him work blend or only fire him or something. Government needs to do innovative ways to address him this big issue inside the country. Suppose you are working country believing but further go into a decline and every man is for himself. Why no land believing work lo karim tribal gun run lo high blow public na high blow policeman na no gun man. These are unlicensed firearm. Now you may look at the country so sad money got gun. Now suppose some whistleblower come na we have to reward him so that we can go and arrest who is doing gun trading in our country and encouraging killings and tribal fights that are going on. Not to him or labun blimilo place you working plan or sawe man. You and I are destroying the country. And because leadership lo you may pasin tintin or something also work him pass him mouse blow penis hard lo holy talk pass him mouse blow penis. Now too you must build him all infrastructure, key economic infrastructure. Connect PNG him good la tintin lo you may link him all man go come but we can't spend millions and millions of Kina to go to every village in the country. You must encourage them all manberry lo come na stop lo one blah up area where you all can stop on them. That doesn't mean that only lose him title na place blow, but only must come lo services in a certain area. So you may not again spending plenty money lo ogat up where only no got economic benefit to the nation because nation's money we are spending. We must be productive contributors to nation building. So economic infrastructure is very important. Plan your key economic roads. You may lose him na. You may beyond him desla connect PNG all con mantasole. And this is precisely where the time you go inside the government, you make a complete audit. This is public money. We have a complete audit. No canteen or some like one Kina only work making the side number there by go unnoticed. Easily traceable. Easily traceable. Or bank now, because I have to got or footprint is that. So and you mean putting right team go inside working this law work so government of the day is not proactive. You mean also it's impossible. But it is not impossible. And you can be able to attend to addressing these issues very soon. Now, you may say also nuclear infrastructure, economic infrastructure will encourage more investment, more jobs, more benefits, more services to our people. You may got good infrastructure, you may working penis, but it needs constant maintenance, quality maintenance. Karamol man natin sad no got experience lo working mol desla work lo infrastructure building igam na working work here. Me compromise in quality blame. Because you may give contract law. All money misawe na. All money no got one experience lo building this law something. The other thing about building a good economy is we need to have an educated population. Now planned institution blame lo country go bagara bugara. Because one talk system, appointment process is to cronies, enrollment has been compromised, academic standards have been compromised, curriculum has been compromised. No wonder plan some degree na, plan some doctor's degree na, they can't even read and write. Desla online run now, karam kan tell run karam same lo yumi okatakan. All man thing also may online next more so sawelo wanama. Bagarap in future blow picking in blow you mean because these institutions are compromised and their standards are dropping. Government needs to say me amamas also some blood picking in go overseas law studies. But what about the millions who are here? Plenty country also, Singapore, Qatar, all these successful countries, what they did is that the resources and the funds that they have, particularly from oil, only redirecting because of massive education program. We need to do that. We employ some of the best academics in the world to come and teach here. We may have to pay them a bit more than anybody else in the world, but and by improving quality immediately. The quality of the teacher will reflect on the quality of the students that are coming out. Most successful countries invest in IT and education in their countries. We need to get the IT infrastructure right and get the education and the curriculum and the teachers, especially the educators, right. Some of the time, all protective over their jobs. Time you like all doctors will outside come run all hospital all teachers come outside come running all school because standards are dropping, our people don't care, teacher go boil or side road na sanab na worry all picking or go panning pay or go panning one of something the road na or picking in the classroom no got teacher. And passing blame it also working notice or something you go bagara. Government's inability to manage the education system in the country. That's why you must see more dedicated all money. You buy more good. Give more good big money. We'll do it for 5 to 10 years, but the standard will improve himself, and then we will start exporting educated people to the world. Karamo labor workman go to Australia. That's a temporary solution. That's a temporary band-aid solution. So, we need to start going back to quality education, quality healthcare. Now, time you may work low, building plant the hospital, building tribal hospital, certain regions in the country because we wanted to make them specialist hospitals. lo enga o lo wiwek lo boram o lo enga, all this laosik, people building lo goroka, we want to make them specialist hospitals. Again, all specialists mibla karamikam, medical board, give them approval of this lakan. We need to intervene. Government need to have a deliberate intervention. Enough of this politicking and like protection law, like area blow. You have no good plan. You're killing our people and you are letting our people down. So Pikinini Naksim Gupla Sawat because of one or two people become a roadblock along the way. We need to clean up all this. When we have a healthier population and skilled and educated population, you will see this country moving. And by you by looking more Pikinini by up passive mouse na with him some leader lokam na give him 1 kina 2 kina no ka. All the sanam na talk because they know what is right and what they know what they deserve as a human being. A good quality of life. Now also building economy you must give him tax relief na planning now. Same businesses lo Papua New Guinea work lo buying tax. Now these businesses are bleeding. Mama cow you gonna see milk lo desa cow you gonna milk you go dry now. How much time but you tax him same cow now? See milk lo same cow. And one kind passing. You must give them room lo expand, all lo reinvest, rebuild their asset base, rebuild their capital, and rebuild those businesses so they become modern and more efficient, and expand their business so they pay more taxes. Give tax relief and stimulate the economy so that they can increase the employment opportunities and business opportunities for our people. And tribal business come time and people legally business can upload as a tribal business. That's how you grow. Because people are probably not got one big businessman. People got a struggle of first time businessman. So we need bigger businesses that we can feed off. And that's where government needs to put a policy framework and tax incentive. Now, to talk immediate solution, we must get many of the key projects like Papua LNG. Papua LNG now but you're supposed to be in production. I signed that in 2019. Now almost 6 years later, project has not even started. This is supposed to bring billions in the revenue to the nation, billions of investment into the nation, thousands of employment opportunities. And because it's a Marabe MT also Saweman, I'm one brilliant businessman, so I'm going to talk green negotiate na. He negotiate nothing. He didn't sign any papers. Looks legally benefit layer there, and MT also one hero. He has destroyed the country. The Total deal and that Papua LNG deal was much better than the first LNG, PNG LNG, Exxon deal. Much better. The third one will have been improved a bit more. The fourth one will be even better. The fifth one we'll probably own it ourselves. But you build it on experience, step by step. You nap karab nata sol na go na run 100 meters the Olympic na to sa miro ya ba mi win him gold. That kind of stupidity needs to stop. Na mi plol Papua New Guinea to ye, imi work lo, area true lo. Praise him, old man who said he's working wrong. A wrong is a wrong. You can't say everything to correct it as a right. Time, money, working wrong, you must talk him the face blend. Not talk also, brother, that's la passing you working, I'm not good, any wrong. You start him passing blame. And you know, Bagarabim man, you give him good plus strong play advice, laws, throwing him tin blend. Lo make him sure so when we work him right something lo country and the people believe. And Marape's way of doing business is killing our country. Marape's way of leadership is killing our country. So meeting also so you must try and best lo you may straight him the tintin. He had 5 years to correct this situation. 5 years. 5 years, I'm no one sotla time. Time said Julius is the Prime Minister, or Pius Minty is the Prime Minister, or Rabbi Namal is the now. I will change him less than 3-4 years, even sometimes in less than 2 years. So why is change that is demanded by our people and the business community and everyone else is not possible in our country? We need to have a way of government in our country where we may sawe also. All papa blo yumi is setting up now we go the final conversation blo yumi blo hold of no conference but come up lo September. Plani blo papa ni thing also no opposition all no put in paper right, no form right, no all no sign right. That's like not true. Plani lo history blo country blo yumi plani hold of no conference go through. That's what no got one blo government so plani time rouse him. Government may control him, there's a committee, only call him private members bill. Now use him, there's a committee. Moga the Pangu MP also step inside. So Marabe woklo use him all. Lo talk noga, there's a vote must not come out. But there's a vote and a constitutional motion. Now minosa why na reasons law, me looking reason na judgment law Supreme Court too. Supreme Court Constitution you talk also only must interpret him Constitution. But you go ask him aside. On technical grounds, na you work law, work kind decision here. Good blah country blah you may. We are denying what is people's rights. All papaya or lapuni, all no got school na sawa na all frame him this like Constitution blah you may. But wisdom law working also goals and he must have got one legal provision inside the constitution. Law make him so suppose precise step in the country, people must have got well or changing government. And there's a provision now also because plan the heavy work to pull up inside the country. So people are like him this la tintin where vote must come up. Suppose them got number na plan the leader of parliament they got Billy Blaine and win them all right. I'm not got problem. People are respecting decision law leaders. But Giaman use him, Giaman. Me no man blow run working campaign call him Bible verse all this something law come up leader blow this la country. That's all suppose you me use him God you me use him Bible Bible verse about here. Your actions must prove to the people and yourself especially that you this black eyed man, you want to believe man, you stand up with this principle in the talk. But giamanim, deliberately giamanim, use him name, use him this believe passing, lo stronim rubbish passing lo you yet, a good blah. Motion by go parliament. It's the same committee was in India. That's all parliament inside all leaders all yet can change him this committee too. So plan the blow work law. Apa ste people are motion. Marabe work law use him money blow people blow you me. Give him not 5 million Kina go some blow members law government. 5 million. Hey, that's like him private money blow you Marabe. Money blow you give him blow. Time blow vote come up now you work law scaling money run also. No wonder Papunis or thing also plan the line work law. Passing mouse na sida. This practice needs to stop. People na sa karam checkbook run lo, give him check lo man meri lo, you may stop him motion of no confidence. And public money, private money na ba you gonna give him all man? And that's like corruption at its best. Usadi say money too, and you are encouraging corruption, you are enabling corruption. Suppose some give him money, give him away budget it totally. But some lab you lose him, some lab you give him, some lab you deny him all department law, work law. And one but good law well you mean. So you mean must work him some blood. Now you mean well our democracy in a government believe me work law last 50 years now. Next year we may come up 50 now. 50 years law time law life law man Emmy also you may come up man finish na. You may come up Papa na leader blow people and all this or something. Time you come up also, some la tintin, good la tintin must come up la ed you me. You must respect him, constitution. You must respect him, wishes blow people. You must respect him, wishes blow in partners and investor community blow you me. All you know how much law, sit down blow, policy blow government, all know how much law where the economy is traveling, all know how much law and order, all know how much law government services, all know how much law corrupt public service machinery and leadership, political leadership. These are facts that are facing us. So me hope also some strong tintin me give him land. And me hope also me give him me tintin lo talk na discuss. Some blah blah might agree one time me, no agree one time me. But no can tintin lo personally because you looking first blow me na some blah you black some kind feeling area pa. Tintin lo issues. Tintin lo country. You can kake good na stop now, but tomorrow picnic believe by place blow you. How na hemba stop na look at me made na community and family plan. And all this like something and you must treat him low working right foundation. Suppose foundation and weak low country. And the system will collapse. And this is what is happening in our country. We must not face the next 50 years in a similar way. System of government will be wrong. You must change some system. Does that mean that suppose you may come up with some governor general or you may change him call a republic, na come up president or come up with some prime minister? You must limit him. All that's like key positions. You must limit him time limitation, lol man. 5 years or 6 years or 10 years to him now. You want la man, you can stop this law long. Plenty of the world only got similar law. Why is that undemocratic? Some law saw man blame me and some la man you go pass law and court number 2 must tintin. What is right and fair to the majority of the people in the country? And what is the law too? You mean like protect him all the Slaman Marina, you mean work him all the law. You know, protect him, you mean it? We must see the how the community is sensing all these things that are happening and all the challenges that they are facing. Me also plan the questions will look up. Some issues me will cover me and me take him over issues me cover him. Also both of no confidence me talk finish me plan by lodging law 2000 September 3rd by me plan lodging. Me also Marabella use him excuse blow Pope na. Pope him na come na start blow 1 moon. And come for a few days. But this la motion and a constitutional motion. I'm no one bla legally private business bla speaker or Marape. And constitutional motion. Mipla ba publishing this la paper mipla signing land. Mipla publishing law daily newspaper law Tuesday also mipla lodge him this la that's a public document. And then by mipla is ours and more public too can look him signature bla 1 man. Usadi support him the Islam motion so you black and okay. Maybe by bianim all narkla motion before you go to parliament successful land same procedure same format okay so by me bianim. So public too must well same. You know opposition wrong no god. And Marapena committee blend that's la speaker yedim blend private members committee only hijack him. I'm also working person blow kidnap him, only kidnap him that's la decision blow. Give me make him source a most legal flow. I must man enough to admit that I'm in a running country good. Suppose all member blind thing also may fit man running country, I must let him motion go through. Now test him number. People lose but people accept him result. People are him. All member he vote one time. All people blow too. I'm a must not talk also. This la member na this la government must stop yet. So you make a laram na. You make a 2027. But some la promise me working plan. I'm not working on something yet. Lot is out. Side election fraud now or something about voting system or something. I'm gaman tasol. Marape work lo gaman mi yumi. Or some la report blow. COVID na. Connect PNG na. APEC. He must stable him lo flow. So man American sawe usaj still man usaj wan bla enjoy establish la country. So you can continue lo karem Bible verse run ask him all pastor lo come na pray lo yumi over there. But tintin good I am country blo yumi. Ito sambla ma mibla yambla I'm close to by live lo mibla lo politics na leadership ben by finish na yumi retire na igo. But mibla too worry lo country na people la. Also mibla la sim government na yumi work lo totok lo strong in this la kind politics no god. And plenty man work lo pass him mouse stop na sambla lo mibla go pass lo strong him totok na making public awareness of what is happening in the country. And because of this, mibla worry lo country, mibla worry lo people, mibla worry lo especially all beginning mibla you may go lo future. So sorry true also answering plenty question mibla, but plenty too much, very high quality questions. So by mibla sit down over the next few days, answering BCC comes so you may sit down and you can exchange him idea na toto ki come. Miss also display me one bla good bla medium lo you may exchanging views na. Tintin lo yumi lo our best me okata can walk boom one time lo straight in country na sit down lo people lo yumi so me our master lo sit down what you plug in today after tonight over the next few days or few weeks by me talk again before you may go lo vote of no confidence lo 3rd of September by me addressing also me talk lo das la Facebook talk lo yumi na yumi time lo address some issues na technical issues that might arise. But one time this lately talk me ama master lo yubla joining me today. Okata have lo country plenty have lo country. Yumi got close to some 70,000 man meri sabian in this lately ka talk lo yumi so me ama master mi sore also sabo sambla lo yubla iksim talk lo mi ka emi strobla tumas na lo way you like me talk sorry lo desla but me like talk also country need him desla kind blunt na straight lo talk lo straight lo way also na me put him tintin tasol lo you may scale him na you may can work him all decision going forward so one time desla God he bless him you blow kata na me talk good night lo you blow kata na looking me bla in 2 weeks time at least